You saw it, I saw it, we both got emotional, and we both wish it didn't happen to David. In this short video, I'll present my case for David still being alive at the end of Cyberpunk Edgerunners. Number 1, they don't actually show it. Adam Sandler pulls out his gun and David's face lights up. We then get a splatter transition, but we don't actually see it happen or the body afterwards. It's not unheard of to use these implied transitions to intentionally deceive us from a directing standpoint. This is actually done quite often to subvert expectations, and happens more than twice within the show, like the Cyberpsycho BD at the beginning, or David getting flatlined in JK's forced simulation.
I didn't do it!
I've seen enough directing tricks in my days to want to see the body before making any concrete assumptions, you feel me? Reason number 2, it'd be a waste for David to die. Arasaka has much to gain in keeping their valued test subject alive. Ordering Atom Smasher to pull the plug on David sounds out of character for a highly efficient corporation. This is their glorified test subject who is a great fit for the cyberskeleton. Other than Atom Smasher, we haven't seen anyone else with enough tolerance for it. David only lost to Atom Smasher because he ran out of meds. Someone like this is valuable to Arasaka Corporation. Right before Atom Smasher appears to end David, he says, "I had some fun after all," which is a really cool moment, by the way, and then says, "You could prove an interesting construct, thus furthering my theory." David is defiant up until the end, which is equally as cool, and then Adam says, "Oh well," as he presumably fires his gun. It's not out of the question for Arasaka to call it off at this point. Reason number 3, David was in his right mind before he got. Lucy was able to bring him back, meaning that maybe he has some higher ability to fight cyberpsychosis. Maybe he hasn't fully gone off the deep end here. He is fully aware and present in his last scene. He gives a smug smile and appears to be content with the life he chose in his last supposed moments. This could make him even more valuable as an asset to Arasaka. It wouldn't be too crazy to have Atom Smasher get an order to spare David at the last second. He is their prized guinea pig after all. Reason number 4, it'd be a shame to kill off David. We both know this show has been received incredibly well, and understandably so. It has a critic score of 100% and an audience score of 97% on Rotten Tomatoes. Personally, I think it's balls to the walls amazing, and hands down one of my favorite creative works I've ever had the honor of feasting my eyes upon. Not having a season 2 would be a travesty. I'm sure the writers and producers are fully aware of this and plan for a season 2. Keeping David's death as canon would mean an entirely new set of characters other than Lucy. Since all the characters we fell in love with were unapologetically killed off without so much as a second thought. This, from a storytelling and marketing perspective, is pretty risky. There's no guarantee that with an entirely new set of characters, lightning will strike twice. Having David still be alive would open a door to a riveting story arc and one heck of a trailer. My 5th and most convincing argument is I don't want him to be dead. He was such a great guy. I'm working on a character analysis of David where I break down his slow descent into madness and what makes him the perfect protagonist. I'll leave links in the description and whatnot. I'm rather certain that David did in fact die, but dang nabbit, a man can dream. That's one of the biggest overarching messages of this show after all. I'll admit that bringing back David would actually take away from the unapologetically authentic ending we got. It confirmed that no one has a happy ending in Night City. Bringing back David would almost guarantee a beloved Season 2, but would take away from the incredibly powerful and moving ending to Season 1. From a storytelling perspective, it's moments like these that are best left alone to sit in people's hearts forever. We both know David deserved better. I'm Bumper Jumper, dedicated to exploring the deepest and most profound stories in anime, video games, movies, and TV shows. I'd love to hear your theories and opinions on this, so make sure to geek out in the comments below, and I'll catch you in the next one.